Rabbi Beruka was once conversing with Elijah the prophet in the marketplace. He asked Elijah, "Tell me, who in the marketplace has a share in the world to come?" While they were chatting, two brothers came to the marketplace, and Elijah says to Rabbi Beruka, "These two have a share in the world to come." Rabbi Beruka immediately began chasing after these two fellows, and he asks them, "Tell me, what's your occupation?" They reply to him and they say, "We are comedians. We are happy ourselves and we bring joy to others as well. Whenever we see people that are sad, we do comedy for them and we raise up their spirits." This week we read Parshas Re'eh. Included in Parshas Re'eh is the Torah section that begins with the words Kol HaBechor. This is a passage which is read during all of our major holidays, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. We know that joy is something we should have all the time, but the Torah commands us to have extra joy on the holidays, and especially on the holiday of Sukkot. However, if you examine the text closely, you'll notice that joy is not mentioned in the verses regarding the holiday of Passover. It instructs us to be joyous on Shavuos and mentions joy twice for Sukkot, as in the famous verse, V'samachta b'chagecha. But Passover lacks any mention of joy. Why is joy not mentioned for Passover and only once for Shavuos? The Medrash explains that these three holidays are connected to the agricultural year. Pesach is the spring holiday, when the harvest begins to ripen. Shavuos is the holiday of harvest, and Sukkot is the holiday of gathering, when the fruit of the tree is ready and the harvest is collected and brought home. According to the Medrash, there is no reason to celebrate on Passover because the harvest is not yet ready. On Shavuos we celebrate because the produce is brought home, but the fruit on the trees has not yet ripened. Sukkot, when everything is ripe and harvested, is the true time for celebration. In fact, there is another verse in the Torah for celebrating on Sukkot, bringing the total mentions of joy to 3. But a question does remain. A Jew living in America or anywhere else in the diaspora, who is not a farmer, has a great reason to celebrate on Passover. After all, it's the day that God took us out of Egypt. The other 2 holidays are merely extensions of that great miracle of the Exodus of Egypt. So why does the Torah not instruct us specifically on holiday of Passover to be joyous? And the answer lies in the difference between joy and comedy. You might laugh at a comedy show for hours, but does that make you a happy person afterward? It might lift your mood temporarily, but is that true joy? Happiness comes through productivity. When you create something or contribute to others, it gives you a good feeling and brings you joy. This was the Rebbe's advice to countless people seeking his guidance on matters like depression. He always recommended involving oneself in helping others, as those activities bring us true joy. For the same reason, the Rebbe explained, Passover is not described in the Torah as a time of joy, because God revealed himself in a mighty way and pulled the Jews out of Egypt. But it wasn't something that we achieved on our own. We were merely passive participants. By the time Shavuos arrived, the situation had changed dramatically. The Jews had prepared for 49 days, counting the Sefirah, in order to be worthy of receiving the Torah. The giving of the Torah was still a revelation from above, but the people had invested effort. Therefore, the Torah mentions joy once. Sukkot is different, for it follows the holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. From all the days in the calendar, these are the most intense with self-work, self-rectification, and self-purification. After Yom Kippur, we can truly celebrate. This Shabbos, we bless the month of Elul. Historically, already from this Shabbos, Jews began to prepare and think about the new year. It's said that in the city of Lubavitch, the Elul wind was already blowing from the Shabbos before. We're just over 30 days away from the new year. If you haven't started already, it's most appropriate to begin wishing others a ksiva v'chasima tova, a happy and healthy, sweet new year. Now is the time when Jews around the world try to repair our failures of the past 11 months. For many, they approach this with depression. Perhaps it is for this reason that we must read this Torah portion, this Shabbos, which speaks about the holidays and real joy. We must be extra productive during these special days. In Chassidus, the month of Elul is analogous to when the king is traveling in the field, and all who want can gain access. Now is the time to give extra tzedakah and to help others. This is the key to our own growth, our own happiness, and our own success. Friends, we're not expected to be Jackie Mason, but each and every one of us can bring genuine joy to at least one other person. I wish you a good Shabbos, and may you be blessed with the Kasiva V'Chasima Tova L'Shana Tova U'Mesuka.